Gathering 2019 at the Emerson booth with my lovely friend Ernie. How you doing?
Hi Stu, how are you, Matt?
Good to see you again, brother.
It's good to see you.
And you?
Mr. John Hollister.
Well, I know, John. We were just chatting about growing beards out. Now, and I love his beard. I love his beard. Listen, so obviously there's constant ongoing newness in the Emerson knives arena, if you will. One of the newer things that we just discussed is a handle or a scale material. And if you would just take it and run with it, unless I interrupt you, which I'm apt to do.
Yeah, well, you can interrupt all you want because it's always a good conversation.
We have a good vibe, even with John around, because John, he likes to threaten me with funny things.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's as you might surmise, we've made a lot of knives over the years with the G10 material on it.
Right.
And that has become kind of a standard for tactical knives now. And so, as a knife company that's known for tactical stuff, we wear that cloak, and it's the G10, and it's black on white, black on black. But I ran into a new material recently. It's called Rich Light, and that's spelled Richlite. And we were looking for something that had the look of wood, if you will, because wood's got the grain, and when you cut a radius over the wood, you get the different ring look of the wood.
And very much like this, while you're describing that, let me just show. Yeah, go ahead.
And anyway, we ran into this material, and I ran into it because I built some custom electric guitars, and one of the new materials that the guys were using for the fingerboards, outside of rosewood and some of the exotic imports, because it's becoming more expensive and harder to find, and with the green movement and all that, a lot of times people are looking for alternate sources of materials that aren't going to impact the environment.
Right.
And so they were using it on the fingerboards, and I looked at it and I thought, wow, that's some good looking stuff, because it has a wood grain look to it. It comes in a variety of colors, and it's very, very durable. It's impervious to oil. Like on a fingerboard, you have to be worried about your finger oil and stuff like that causing some problems on the neck of the guitar, getting sticky, and all of those good things. So we looked at it, and I said, well, that might work for a knife handle.
And this is synthetic.
It's a synthetic material.
Okay.
I believe it's a type of paper and some type of a epoxy-based thing, but it's not paper micarta.
I was just going to say, not a micarta, it's something totally different.
And honestly, I don't know the exact chemical properties of it. I do know that they use it for outdoor environments. It's actually used as a siding on, I think it comes from the Pacific Northwest, a company up in Seattle or something like that, developed it.
Which would be the environment where they would come up with something that's impervious to moisture and the elements.
Yeah, you'd have to, just because of it rains all the time up there.
And snows and freezes and rains and freezes, and you know what water and moisture and low temperatures do.
Yeah. Everything will contract and expand. So
it breaks apart granite, for God's sake.
Oh, for God's sakes, yeah. And I'm from northern Wisconsin, so I know what frost heave and all that is in the roads and in your house.
Yeah.
In the middle of the winter, bang, because the house is cracking because it's so cold, and all that good stuff. Well, anyway, we found this material called Richlite, and you can get it in a plain color, like all black or all brown or all gray, but they also make it in the layered structure, so that when you cut a radius on it, you expose the grain, if you will, on the material.
Almost like a laminate.
It is a laminate.
Yeah.
And it's impervious to water, it's impervious to oil, it doesn't break down. You could throw this in a dishwasher, it's not going to hurt it. I don't recommend anybody washing their steak knives or an Emerson knife in the dishwasher, just because that's where most kitchen knives get ruined, by putting them in the dishwasher.
Right.
But anyway, so we started using this material, and we're in love with it. That is what we call a maple brown. And then this one, I don't know if you can see the contrast in here, but this is a dark charcoal gray and a black.
Oh yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah, and it's a really nice, it's real subtle. I like it. It's kind of a midnight, dark side looking type knife. But the material is so warm and friendly to your hand. It's just got a great it's a smooth texture, but there's a grippiness to it that I don't know that you don't get with some other materials.
I was just going to say it's like being on the moors, but warm and fuzzy.
That's true.
And on this knife, you've got the usual suspect toxic green
toxic
color
green.
on the
Yep.
interior. Yeah.
Yep. So these are, and by the way, this is the Emerson steak knife, and actually this is the knife that I carry 24/7, because not only is it it's my own personal steak knife, but it's also a great utility blade that I use for anything I do during the day to cut open boxes or do anything.
Right, almost like a Puko or,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, just your
It's a
regular
generic
utility
blade.
knife.
Yeah. So anyway, Richlight's a great handle material. We're super happy with it, and you're probably going to see more and more of it in the knife community. We're going to use more and more of it on some of our knives because it's got a great look and it's totally functional. So we're real happy with it.
Okay, so check the website, I would imagine, for when they're released as they come out, and you're very good about giving a little bit of a heads up from time to time.
We try.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Well, listen, brother, it was good to see you. It was so good to see you again.
Stu. I
You're looking
appreciate
so
it.
well.
Oh, thank you.
You travel well with the family, okay, brother?
Thank you, man. You
Okay.
also. Bye.